Okay, so I really didn't have big expectations going into this finale, and honestly, it was not as good as I even thought it would be, and that's without any expectations, because I feel like they needed some sort of surprise. It didn't mean they had to kill someone big, but we needed a surprise. I was hoping maybe we would see Grace. I was hoping maybe Chad was alive. Even then, those aren't great surprises, but we really didn't get any type of surprise, and I'm bummed about that. And it just didn't feel like a finale to me. It felt like a regular episode, and personally, I didn't feel like it was as strong as the last couple of episodes have been. So overall, I think I would give this season like a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. And it makes me kind of sad because I really, really did like season 1. And so many of you guys have asked me, like, will there be a season 3? Honestly, I don't know, but where it's Ryan Murphy's show, I kind of think yes. But am I going to watch it? Yeah, I'll give it a try, and I'm interested to see what the topic will be, what the theme will be for this season. But I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try to stick with it, but I don't know. So follow me on Twitter if you're on Twitter. My Twitter is down below. That way you will know what is up, you know. When am I going to do, I am going to do season 3, but just follow me so that you stay updated with me always, because honestly, that's the best way for me to talk to you guys. So let's talk about the few things that did happen in this episode. As I expected, the people who were famous season-only guests died. So we lost Hoffel in the quicksand, which was, I guess, kind of funny. Honestly, I did not like her character, and maybe that's because I'm not like a big Kirstie Alley fan, but you know, I don't know a lot about Kirstie Alley because I wasn't around in the Cheers days, or you know, I don't even know when that was on. But anyway, like, I know she was famous from that, but I feel like I've seen her in other things and I just didn't like her for some reason, or maybe I've seen her being interviewed. I don't know. But so there's that. And I feel like Taylor didn't do that great of a job. Like, I felt like Nick Jonas was better last year. So we lost Taylor, so I wasn't really sad about that. I did know that Brock was going to survive because I think a couple of you sent me some spoilers that were leaked that showed him and Hester on a beach. So Hoffel set up this elaborate bomb, like fertilizer bomb, but thankfully Denise, who we all knew was alive, was able to disable it with her mad Quantico skills. And actually, that was one of 2 things that I found amusing in this episode. I love the fact that she talked nonstop about Quantico. She even mentioned Alex Para. She was like the lead character in the show. I quit watching Quantico because when they had their first big reveal, and I don't know what's happened since now, it might have gotten like really, really good, but I just did not like the reveal of who like the mole was, if you watch that show, and I was like, this sucks, so I quit watching it. But I just love how she's so obsessed with it. And I don't know why they constantly promote that show because it's not even on Fox, but hey, it just cracks me up. And we really, I don't know why they wanted to kill Denise because we really needed her in every single episode this season. And it was just stupid to kill her, but know that you really weren't going to kill her. So, I mean, if there's a season 3, she better be like in every single episode, and they better find a way to bring Chad back. So, Brock proposed to the dean, who we all knew, I think, that she didn't actually have that disease, or if we thought she had that disease, we knew there would be a cure or something. She wouldn't actually die. Chanel number 5, super smart, and she figured out she didn't actually have that disease. So, of course, she didn't die. So they got married, which was stupid. And I understand that this is like mostly a comedy now, but I didn't even think that last night's episode was even that funny. And I wanted it to be funny. I wanted it to be something, but I just kind of felt blah after watching it. So anyway, let's see. Okay, actually there were 3 things that I liked about this episode. The PSL mention is funny to me because I feel like that was one of the funniest moments from season 1. And the fact that Chanel 1 wanted to throw that PSL on the open brain of the dean while she was in surgery, I don't know, it was just funny. It was funny because they referenced it again because that was such a funny scene. Now, it wasn't as funny as the first time around, but it was still funny to me. I still kind of like the fact that they brought it up. But of course, instead of throwing the PSL on the brain of the dean, she accidentally threw it on Hoffel, who walked by, so no one cares because probably nobody likes her. I don't know anyone who likes Hoffel. But anyway, so then everyone kind of figures out who the GMs were, and we already knew that. And that was lame to me too, that we already knew who the green meanies were, and there was not like a 4th one or something. So we knew who all of them were essentially 2 episodes before the finale, which was lame. So Cassidy actually Cassidy's mom had a change of heart because Zayday talked to her and kind of turned her around. So I guess that was kind of cool. But when she died, I was just like, because nobody liked her either. I mean, I didn't think they were going to kill like a Chanel or something, but I wish they did because they needed to do something big and they just didn't do it. Okay. funny was when Hester dressed up like the dean and stole all of her money, because she obviously looked nothing like the dean, but that was what kind of made it funnier, sort of funny. So we did get an update of what everyone was doing, which we really didn't get that much of season 1. So we found out that the dean sold the hospital, she moved to Aspen. So Chanel got her show, Loving the Sea, which I thought was really cool because I kind of hope that we have a season 3 set on the TV set. Wait a minute, set with the TV show. Sorry, trying to make sense of that. I mentioned that before, and I think that would be so cool, but I don't know if they're going to go that way. But I like that idea. Chanel 5 and Zayday running the hospital now. But I feel like with a season 3, everyone's going to have different jobs, and there'll be like a new theme, and everybody will come together as one theme again, like they did with this season. So we need to talk about the ending. I wasn't expecting the Red Devil to come back, so that was interesting. And I know a lot of you have been tweeting me or talking to me in my live chat. You're like, some of you think it is Boone, which would be okay, and some of you think that it is Grace, which would also be okay. But I'm kind of thinking maybe it's one of our main cast members who has been doing dirty work for the last 2 seasons, but we just didn't know, like maybe Zayday or somebody. So Chanel gets in her car and she has like a Kappa. What it is like a sorority pin, which is like super old fashioned if you don't know anything about that, like way like in the 50s or 60s or something. But when people were dating each other, they would give like the pin to them. So like it would be called being pinned. Like if I was dating a guy in a fraternity, he would give me his pin and I would wear it like on my sweater, and everybody would know like I was Chad Redwell's girlfriend, you know? Hopefully you follow me, or maybe you already knew what this was. So that kind of makes me think maybe it's more like a Chad thing, which would be so cool just because I want him and I think we need him back. But I don't really know. And if you think about season 1, that finale really didn't have any effect on how they started out season 2. So maybe this is just a little mind game they're playing with this, or they don't really know where they're going and they just threw that out there because they wanted to throw a cliffhanger in. So personally, I feel like Ryan and Brad did not spend a lot of time on this season, maybe because they knew their first season had to be really good because they wanted it to be a super popular show, and they were able to do that, and then they just kind of threw together a season 2. So I don't know if it was just because he's involved in so many other projects at the same time or what, but I just feel like the passion that we saw from them in season 1 was not in season 2. And if you disagree with me, that is so fine, and please tell me down below if you love the finale, if you love the season or whatever. That's totally fine. You know that I still love you guys no matter what your opinion is. But anyway, I just didn't really like this season, and it got better and then it got really worse for me in the finale. So okay, so I will probably not see you guys for just a little bit, but I still want to stay in touch because, as we all know, Christmas is this weekend. Now, if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful holiday. And if you celebrate another holiday this time of year, I hope you have a wonderful holiday as well. And I just want to let you know that I will be checking in with you. I've decided there's probably not going to be a show that I can do between now and like the first week of the new year. There's just nothing out there. I know we have Amazon shows and Netflix shows, but for me, it's just like a bad time. Like I don't have time to kind of watch the whole series and be ready to do those videos right away before it's not, you know, no longer relevant. So that's not really a plan, even though I'm still going to watch like Man in the High Castle. I'm not planning at this time to do videos. It could change. That's why I say like follow me on Twitter for any updates. But I am still going to find a way to stay connected with you guys on YouTube, whether it's just doing live chats where we're just basically chatting, or just me doing kind of lifestyle type videos like once a week or something, so that I'm not disappearing on you guys, because I know I'll be back for sure the week of January 19th, because that's when How to Get Away with Murder returns. And I also definitely want to do the new show on CW. So just follow me on Twitter so that you know what I'm doing, and I promise you I'm not disappearing for like weeks. But I also want to say I'll probably see you before the new year, but I just want to thank you guys so much for making 2016 like so fabulous. I've met and become friends with so many of you guys, and you guys have been so supportive, and you've made my year awesome. So I hope you guys have a wonderful 2017, and I hope you spend it with me as we watch all of our fave shows in the next year. So I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye!